Man, right now, these just random thoughts, man, or at least what I was just pondering on not too long ago. Um, but when you think of like the system and structurally how it's set up, right, and how this benefits certain people, right, and then you think about how reparations is becoming a topic, something they got to look at. And then one thing, a lot of people bring up, like, people like Amos Brown with the NAACP. He's bringing up talking points such as what we need and how, it should benefit all people, right? And so that kind of is the like basis of the frame of thought that brought me to what I'm about to say. And so it's like, man, when you think about reparations, right? Let's say, for example, NAACP just told them people not to give us $5 million apiece, right? Or, in California. Shot that down. But let's take that as a case study. And let's say they didn't do that and those people got the 5 million, right? What they like to harbor on and fester on is the fact that, we would probably splurge X amount of that, each and every one of us, in whatever way, shape, form, or fashion. Not to say it'll be all of that or a large amount of that, but we would splurge some of that. And they like to speak on that. You feel me? And then they like to bring up, one cookie cutter way of thinking that is, the prototypes that they made from the 70s, the 80s, 90s, all the way up until today. So they only like to talk about the pimps, the hoes, the gangsters, the drug addicts, the things that they made us think is us and ain't us. So then they say that our nature would then automatically just revert to the the mud that they presented. And I don't think that's true, bro. I can see where, yeah, we would splurge, but we would build and we would do great things. And the thing about that is, we know this to be true, that nobody would be discriminated upon because it's our building or because we did it. Nah, bro, you need this service, we can help you, we can do that. And that's us, bro, because that's me right now. You know what I'm saying? And I got enough information in me to, sheesh, you feel me? And even with that, man, I can see how, it's love, bro. And the pen will always be mightier than the sword. And honestly, I don't really feel like stooping to your level. I will fight you and I can beat you in a way that you can't even understand. And it's mighty too. You see what I'm saying? And that's where we be at, bro. So, it's like for us to build a hospital, for example, or a police station, for example. It's not like because it's our police station, we gon' only look for certain type of people to fill it. Nah, we look, or if that type of people it's gonna be bad. You did bad, and this is what you're gonna get, bro, because you out of line. You know what I'm saying? And I think the people that benefit off the current system knows this, and so those are talking points they try to use to their advantage, and that don't really make them true. You know what I'm saying? And so that's kind of how I led to putting it on a track, because ultimately I wanted to share all that with you, which led me to thinking, that would give a lot of people perspective. Furthermore, that would give people options. You see what I'm saying? Well, with those options, people will be able to gain perspective. And I think those two words could change the world. And that threatens their status quo, which ultimately, threatens the pockets and ego, which, they say men live upon, right? But yeah, man, that's what I was thinking about, bro. It's it's interesting how they try to present information. And at this point, bro, I think everybody has a point in time where the government has shown you they are not what they expect you to be. And so that's something you should look at, bro. At all things, with all things, at all times. You know what I'm saying? Like, when somebody has shown you they're not trustworthy, they can't wait 2 weeks and then say, hey, trust me. Trust me this. Nah, no, you're not trustworthy. I know that already. See what I'm saying? And so I guess ultimately the nugget would be, bro, feel free to ask yourself questions, fam. Feel free to think. You get me? If it can't be consistent, if this is true, that gotta be true. That's the way you should be thinking. Not just with the government and outwardly, but even with yourself, bro. What you do and your method, your madness should have a method. You see what I'm saying? And if you can see your own method, bro, then I mean, hey, what can I tell you? But it should make sense, bro. And it should be consistent with what you want the next man to do to you. You feel me? Cause everybody know. You see me? I'm going into a whole nother spiel, and that's not what I wanted to do. That's how it was random, bro. But yeah. Anyway, I think that's all worthy of like somebody else's ear. Hopefully, prayerfully, right? So I'm gonna let it go. Hallelujah. Shalom.